And honestly, we have a lot to learn from this country. It's still very Confucian in a lot of aspects, and it is Western in a lot of other aspects. And I'm still impressed by their story today, which the gist of it is that in the 1950s it was a war-torn country, and in the span of a few decades, they essentially realized that South Korea had no natural resources. It's not like Russia that has a lot of gas. It's not like a lot of parts of Africa that has precious minerals and resources and abundantly. Almost 90 plus percent of the country is fully mountainous. They don't have a lot of space for agriculture. What they do have was human capital. So they invested in their people, they invested in their education, they worked really hard. And Seoul went from being a city that had mud huts up until like the 60s and 70s to the international metropolis that we have today. And sometimes like I'm upset that I came here because I feel like I'm ruined. I remember coming to Colorado for the first time, and I really love Colorado, still do. But then I went to Denver, and I thought Denver was a big city. But having been to Seoul, how can I go back to Denver? How can I go back to, eating at the Apgujeong Rodeo and drinking coffee in one of the high rises in Myeongdong and going out in Hongdae and Itaewon and then going back to Denver where, it feels like a tiny town. But I digress.